welcome to Albion TV's War Report, your source of live battle coverage featuring the top guilds and alliances of Albion Online. Today is the 12th of October, 2021. I am your host, the Shozen One, and I am joined today by Robinhoodrs on the play-by-play and Bogul on the camera. We are currently watching Its Pull-Up and God's Plan. Prepare to take on Send in Everwinter Expanse. But Robin, that's not all that's going on right now, is it?
No, there's a medium-sized guild in the zone next door to this zone. Well, I say guild, it's more of an alliance, and it's not small. It's actually a level 57 disarray of 6-9 sitting in the zone just to the northeast of here. Not sure who they're working with, but Stomp and Rang have ran into each other in Everwinter Expanse. This territory is under attack today, but not by these guys. It's it's Surf versus Stomp.
Wait, what?
Yeah, a lot of different groups all compiling themselves up into the north side of the Outlands today. And look at these engagements coming in. Like, this is insane how many people are just squeezed into this platform, and more reinforcements are coming from Stomp from the southwest. Like,
We've
it's a
been seeing
bloodbath.
I just keep watching these guys go into the grinder and just get slapped. I feel a little bad for them, for any of those guys who were told to go forward without anybody giving them a bubble. But wow. Oh, and another one, Robin. But this has been interesting. This area here, these castles have been the location of many a good fight recently.
Yeah, and I mean, I've talked to these guys. Everyone's like on the same page. They really, really enjoy fighting on this outer castle of the static dungeon area. And like, we've been seeing it. It's time and time again. All these different guilds all piling into the same locations, trying to get some decent fights in this area. I mean, for Rang, it's really good because they're heavily outnumbered. They can use that choke point. They can't get flanked. They just play off different rotations. Defensives are key, as you have to actually have two things. You have to have a purge for the engagement of Stomp coming in on the choke. You'll see a Locust come out. There it is, right on the choke point. That's going to purge everybody going through that bubble for Stomp. You also have to have defensive rotations as well for Locusts as well. So support players are probably the MVPs as always. And look at this massive engagement coming in. Rang's frontline getting smashed. Nicely done. And the use of Innomatic Staff as well for the return for the boys of Stomp was nicely done indeed. We're talking about support players here. You got the Locusts, the Innomatic Staff players. You also got the Grail Seekers that are going to be slamming down and shutting down engagements. The one-handed Arcanes as well, going to be purging as well.
They've got a number of them here. I see a lot of one-handed Arcanes from these guys, and I think that's a wise move. It really does help shut down the incoming attack.
100%. And it's like, if you can shut down these bomb squads, like look at this little bomb squad of Sancta Inquisito. They instantly got shut down on their bomb and nearly got deleted on the return. Luckily for them, not a lot of range DPS hit them. There's constant back and forth, and we're actually seeing Cluster Q being activated now, and that's coming in from the northeast side. So that means that level 57 disarray of 6-9 are now slowly filtering into the zone. I also see Yaya of the Yaya Alliance slowly forming on the southwest side as well of Stomp here. I don't know if they're going to be enemies of Stomp. We'll have to wait and see, and I don't know how many they have. And I'm waiting because Dominant and the Surf Boys are also making their way up towards this map as well, since they have launched on the territory here. So a potential of a 4 or 5-way battle happening. God knows what the outcome's going to be. I mean, spread it around just a little bit, guys. Spread it around just a little bit.
Well, it's interesting that this is now what's going on, is so many different groups coming to fight each other at the same time. Instead of fighting over multiple objectives, they're like, there are people there, get them. They just want fights. They just want to have fights. And they're not all working together like we've seen in the past, where it was two forces basically doing a very similar jam session into a singular zone. But now it's been, like you said, 3, 4, maybe even 5 groups fighting each other at one time. This is really, really cool. And I
Yeah,
know, like, it would be cooler maybe if they were a little spread out, but, like, I'm not gonna complain.
yeah, definitely not. I mean, that look at this. It's Pull-Up already reading what's happening here. He knows that massive blob that just zoned in on that northeast door is definitely not allies there, not friendly. So
They're
he's
not more
mounting
of
his
his
boys up.
dudes.
I don't know if he's going to go for a faux lead outside of this area. Maybe see what happens with the guys that just zoned in. But he doesn't want to be the meat of the sandwich. If he stayed in that position, it wouldn't have been great for his Zerg. I'm going to hop into free roam and see what's happening. So that blob to the south side is 6-9, and they're all mounted charging right towards its pull-up. The boys of Rang have moved down the staircase just a little bit. That's the blob that's where the fight was initially happening. That other blob that's on the northeast door is more 6-9. That's going to be War Gods, and they're going to be flanking around trying to cut off Stomp, it seems. So I'm going to stick on its pull-up for now, because he's going to be the person that's probably going to run into content first.
Okay.
It's a lot of moving parts. He may actually be able to squeeze himself around. I don't think 6-9
I'm over on.
that.
I have another perspective over here to check out on Ozzy Jar. Over from Bump Alliance, he's about to engage right now. They've been trying to feed me information on this fight, and he just had an incredible engagement over here on top of, what is that, Stomp? Yeah, that was pretty brutal.
And this is the zone to the southeast side. So not the same zone, but it's going to be the connecting zone, one of the queuing zones to get into the zone northwest, where we just saw that action in the boys rotating. So Bump here taking on Stomp's reinforcements, and that could be why its pull-up's backing off. But look at that, another major blob just zoned into Everwinter incline to the southeast side.
This is wild. Everwinter is on fire. I'll go. It probably is, because they do need to get into this fight. Yep. All right, and we do see Bump moving off. This has been wild. Like, some cool shit.
We mount up now, boys, and we run. Because Surf, you know, we know that they pack a punch as well at this time slot, and Cluster Q's actually activated for this zone as well. So combining just the two zones that we know of, that's Cluster Q, that's equaling 700 plus players that we know of so far that's involved in this action up here on the north side of the map. I'm gonna go check back on its pull-up to see what's happening over here. He actually zoned out northwest. So he's bailed out of Everwinter Expanse. He knows he doesn't have reinforcements with the rest of his party because they just got hit by Bump. So he's going to pull back, get a regroup most likely. They still have 13 minutes until the territory can be claimed or pacified. So a little bit of moving around, a little bit of, you know.
Dominant over here taking out some guys.
Alrighty. Another big blob just zoned in on the southwest. That's
kind of a cleanup job. It's just kind of a cleanup job of some Stomp guys who didn't quite get out in time, didn't quite read the map fast enough.
Ooh, Stomp are actually engaging on the southwest door onto... I'm trying to get us a name real quick. A lot of people...
Dominant's on his way. If you're over in the Everwinter Incline, the southwest door. Oh, yeah, he's coming fast. He's like, I read this. All right, what do we got down there? Gonna try to get somebody at the door, right?
I got one.
Oh, I just got zoned out into Citadel of Ash.
ATAC 12.
Oh, we know ATAC.
I think it's just finished. Yeah, the Stomp boys just cleaned up Surfy Y down here, and they're trying to zone out. That was a quick drive-by right there.
And now Rang is here as well.
This is entertaining. It's Pull-Up going for a full rotation. Go check on Nico.
Yeah, he's over in Shale Heath, so he's gone around to... He looks like he's trying to go around the backside.
He's actually taking the castle here.
Over, yeah, in Steep?
Yep. And that's where its Pull-Up is heading as well. And that blob that just zoned in the southeast is 6-9. Because this castle here... was actually sieged just before we came on air. And now it looks like, yep, Rang have claimed control of it. Reset the castle in their favor, just in time as well. So they're going to be claiming the double season points here today. It's going to be 410 season points towards them. Territory also under attack in this zone as well. War Gods of 6-9 Alliance under attack by the Stomp Alliance. So 2 territories that are up for grabs. So action should be unfolding here pretty shortly. I mean, 9 minutes and 40 seconds. That's the timer you see on the top of your screen right there. That's going to be the countdown until the territory can be claimed or pacified via a channel. Can only be interrupted with a knockup, by the way. So Soul Sives at the ready. It's 6-9. I don't think they want to lose control of the territory, it seems.
No, I don't think they do. I think they're going to try to fight for this.
What do they got over here? A 55 disarray debuff for
That's it?
Shell Heave Step.
Oh, that's not enough. I don't think they're going to be able to hold it.
Just little ones.
That's a lot of war gods.
It is indeed.
Do you remember the shot caller?
Yes, it's. I have him in the chat.
Lukovka, right? Lukovka.
Yeah, there you go, Bogul.
Lukovka.
We'll get you there, Robin.
Yeah. I want to say they're Russian. They are Russian.
Yeah, war gods are Russian, yeah.
Yeah. Been pretty active as well. It looks like they've been expanding quite a bit. Because we've seen them partake in wars over the time here on Albion, mainly over towards the eastern side of the map in like Skylake Bridge and that area of the map, and now it seems they've shifted along with the 6-9 Alliance, and looks like maybe that group of Rang are coming over to play a little bit of a...
I've got some 3-on-2 action with Slayaheda and the Hogs. Lonely Men getting some early day action.
Oh, do they actually have a ZVZ force today?
No, they're like I said, it's like 4-on-7 here.
Oh, okay.
And the 4 have pushed off the 7 and they're running for the hills, which is impressive work from the Lonely Men. But they ran into some dangerous PvE. Dangerous.
Well,
Hopefully they won't get
still getting
wrapped.
circled here.
Yeah, they're getting
I
wrapped.
believe they wanted that spider that spawned along with the outpost.
Mm-hmm.
Questionable setup. I don't want to show it on stream.
Well, it's 15 minutes, great. You know. It's don't show us gear if you're scared.
I don't want that out in the ether. People are gonna find that out by themselves if they really want to. It's the last thing that we need. What's Mon JP? Mon JP and the boys actually. Wait, is Mon JP about to run into action? He's heading right towards a blob. I don't know if it's friendly.
I'm told Everwinter Expanse has fights going on right now. I need to get in there.
Robin. Dominant's on foot charging.
Alrighty.
Heading to Dom.
And Rang's also about to engage 6-9 in Shell Heave Step as well. So Nico Meister maybe on the second monitor. Dom on the main.
Okay.
Could be very interesting. Looks like Stomp are going for the first engagements here onto the boys of Surf. Would be a little bit of a weak engagement. A little bit delayed here with the DPS, but they're going to secure that clump over to the western side of Dominant. No defenses down for that front line, but the cam line connects into the return. Brimstone Permafrost combo. But it looks like Stomp do have their defensives down. Locusts and Judicators down. But look at this wraparound.
Oh, no.
Stomp
Look at that.
Outnumbered.
2 giant groups of Tidal just completely smashed, though. We're just seeing, these green corpses all over the ground. Robin, that's not good for Tidal. I know they have the numbers here, but you don't want to keep leaving piles like that.
It's definitely not. And look at this. Carpet's down. The retreat's happening already towards the more choke-heavy part of the map. They are out in the open. Something that probably they don't really want to do against Stomp, considering how large of a force they have. Dominant does have a 46 or 43 level disarray in this zone, but cluster Q is activated, so not everybody is going to be in here for them, as the Q does add weight and the level of disarray as well. So looks like Dom is just backing up, maybe looking for a return down this cliff. I don't think you're going to find it. Maybe I could be wrong. I'm seeing a couple Stomp names appear.
Rang, meanwhile, just had a full engage against 6 on this ledge, it seems. Maybe it's a small bridge, but they have the view top down here onto 6.
Wow.
I think they're pushing.
They are indeed. Switching over to Nico Meister as Dominant's actions kind of fizzling out as he retreats into that infamous outer castle area of the static dungeon. Nico Meister and the boys are Rang. Level 35 disarray debuff. Remember, 6ix9ine has a massive 56 disarray in this zone. Looks like they are trying to bait them through the choke point. Judicator Helm stops the engagement for a split second. Here comes the big push. Insta deletion onto that front line of 6ix9ine. Massive play here. Very good with the old bait and switch through the choke point. No stoppage at all. No frontline heals going down for 6ix9ine, but it's going to allow them to open up maybe values now coming in for the bomb squad onto 6ix9ine's frontline just off our view here. That's going to be, remember, value is Sen's bomb squad. They use different rotations, completely out of play. We've been seeing them time and time again in the ZVZ battles, just constantly with perfect rotations, perfect timed engagements. I believe they secured themselves quite a few kills, but no way are they going to be able to secure this bomb over the wall. Oh
Amazing
my god,
bomb.
it's going to be a deletion here as 6ix9ine just gets ruffle stomped.
Wow.
That's
Ridiculous.
positioning, baby. That is positioning right there. Oh my god. And now I'm expecting value to come out of somewhere. They're going to appear and they're going to go in and delete this clump. I think they may have rotated onto the back end. I'm seeing a couple skulls pop up. Nico needs to be careful. He's heavily split here. There's going to be an opening just to his northwest onto the lower ledge, but I think he's just going to play it safe just a little bit. He has 3 minutes and 20 seconds until the territory is up for grabs. Here's value. Okay, that's where they were hiding. Just clearing up a couple members of 6ix9ine here. Second rotation of reinforcements coming in. That's going to be that small blob coming in on the northwest side. I'm expecting that to be 6ix9ine reinforcements here.
Well, we have some nice action over here on Surf and Tidal right now. There is a great choke being used by Surf as it looks like Stomp's trying to get in. They do not have vision advantage, and it's a little bit messy here in Expanse.
Alrighty, and it looks like Send have just found the back end of 6ix9ine once again. Nico Meister and the boys living up to their name as they faux send it right into the front line. Going to be soaking up the return engagement. Some camlines connecting, but the Innomatic staffs are down for the front line, soaking up that engagement very well. Separate bomb squad over to the western side. Looks like a group, though, of War Gods are flanking from the southeast side. Are Send going to be able to secure? Yes, they do. They're going to be able to stabilize greatly here. Now War Gods are going to be the main focus. Carpets are down. People are rotating. They're out in the open, though. Send need to be careful. They're going to be clearing War Gods up very easily. The only thing causing chaos in the backline is that wild battle axe player right there. He's spinning to win, and he's forcing down a lot of heals, but the kiting's continuing here with Rang. Send and the boys looking to get full flanked here. I'm seeing these red name tags just popping up left, right, and center all over them. But it looks like value are doing what they do best. And look at this massive deletion onto 6ix9ine here.
Beautiful,
that group's
right there.
done.
That was good work there, but they needed to get that in there. They are completely... So look how many of these guys there are from 6ix9ine.
I know, dude. It's insane. And they finally found the little tiny crack in the hill here. That's going to be their only choke point. Going to be able to secure the boys up top. Maybe even flashbacks, because look at this deletion. I'm just seeing name tags just drop left, right, and center for 6ix9ine. But they're going to be finding some camline connections onto the southeast side on the choke point. Brimstone's raining down, but the defensives are down instantly for the front lines of Rang, soaking up this engagement nicely. The blazing staff, though, causing chaos. Are 6ix9ine going to push this choke point? Surely they don't. Surely they know Rang have their cooldowns up. The Beetle going to stop the engagement, but for how long? Here comes the engagements over the cliff tops, raining down on top of 6ix9ine. Deletions left, right, and center. I don't even know why 6ix9ine even tried approaching that choke point. Doesn't have vision advantage. Definitely do not have the support players to soak up the engagements here. And they're going to go for it again, but value are going to be sending them home with another perfect play with rotation timers coming in. And now Nico Meister and the boys should have their cooldowns back up again. Are they going to try and bait it through? It's like they're trying to pull it back to the southwest side, trying to bait 6ix9ine through. Are they getting flanked here? I'm seeing some name tags to my southeast side. I believe that's Purify. Nico Meister's like, screw it, I'm going back northwest. More loot bags up here. 6-9
Whoa.
coming in for an engagement once again, and it's going to be a full stoppage and turnaround deletion onto the front lines. Rang not even losing a member on that engagement, and 6-9 are dropping like flies here. This is...
As our bump over in Drownfield course, Robin, we have yet another fight going on for another castle as Nope is on the field over here in Drownfield and just wiped out Bump.
It is insane
It's on
action across the world map of Albion Online at the moment. Nico Meister and the boys looking to carry on the attack here on 6-9. Going through some questionable choke points right now. Beware of your positioning here, Nico Meister. The carpets are down. Nice use, going to be bumping up that speed boost for mobility. Once you drop onto that carpet, it speeds up everyone's mobility. And it's going to allow them to rotate around, keeping that south vision angle. They need to be careful. Don't fall into the trap that you guys set up constantly here on the cliffside. It looks like War God's completely ignoring it as the engagement comes in. The Camlands connecting the front lines of 6-9, getting melted once again. Send are going to be able to stabilize and fall back, looking for their next wave of attack. Value going to go for a bomb on the northwest side. We see the carpets going down once again. Perfect plays as I see skulls pop up left, right, and center over to the northwest side. They need to be careful, though. The battle mounts are on top of them. The Beetles and the Behemoths trying to shut down some engagements here. Nico looking for the next wave. Soulscythe comes out. Another massive deletion on the choke point to the north. But 6-9 are slowly wrapping them here. Maybe a little bit of focus fire on those juggernauts on the back end of Sen Zerg here. Look, 1 bar of health left. You get that dismounted, it's out of play. You can carry on with your disgusting engagements, and the value boys find it to the northeast side. But I'm seeing 6-9 slowly pressure Send here. I don't know how long, if they're going to be able to survive, if they're going to come back out on top of this. Do not drag your Camlan into your Zerg like that. Whoever that was,
It's true.
You
true.
are getting highlighted after this, sir. That was...
You're going to rewind it back?
Naughty. We don't do that. 6-9, though, look at this. This is what I was talking about. The
coming over the
wraparounds are
west.
coming in.
They just have so many guys right now. It's just brutal. And, you know, Send is no slouch right now.
Definitely not. I mean, look at that. They just walked through that group on the northwest side with ease, not even losing a single member. That northeast group over the ledge didn't even throw out any DPS or anything to try and hit them on the back end. Nico and the boys of Rang in a very good position here, using the map to the best of their abilities. Another group of 6-9 coming around on the flank, going to be soaking up that engagement. They're going to try and push through to claim the southwest side of the map here, use this choke point to their advantage, but can they hold on? Finally, Rang are losing members here. 6-9 flooding them from all directions. Is it going to be enough? Oh my god. It is a devastating bloodbath on that choke point. Send losing a lot of players. Unfortunately, I don't think they're going to be able to come out on top.
No, they're
Bridal
going to have to
Fury.
change their alliance name to Scent.
Oh god, I mean, I don't want to bust their balls. They're up against
No,
a
they've been
massive
playing
force
great.
right now.
Yeah, they've been doing great. I was very impressed with their level of play here, but there's just so much you can do, and they just got put into a bad position where they just got wrapped all the way around. And we've seen the evolution of these Zerg groups go from old school Arch, where they would push and soft push, go pick up bags, look at the ground. Some of them would go wander back the other way. But now we are seeing some massive groups that are very coordinated. And 6-9 and 6, since they've come on, have done very well with large groups, and it's impressive. I'm very impressed with their tactics. They're not being shy about pushing in when they need to. When they need to grind, they do it. You know, it's like the old school Syndic mentality of, you know, shove them in the grinder and just let them die. We'll get there. As long as you keep moving forward, we're going to win.
Yeah, for sure. And I mean, we still have action on Dominant here of Surf versus Stomp Alliance still happening in Everwinter Expanse. And remember, 6-9 are still only one zone away to the northeast side. Once they hear that there's a battle still happening in this zone, I'm going to expect them to zone in and get involved in the action here and turn it into a three-way fight. Dominant is pinned in here, only one way in, one way out of the area he's currently standing in, and that's through that choke point where Stomp are currently just, you know, just chilling. They're not overextending themselves. Dominant, though, I'm surprised that there's no, like, little bomb squads coming in here. But I see Naked don't have their full force at the moment, and that's normally like Dominant's second bomb squad type play. They use Naked as a different rotation for their timer on cooldowns, but it looks like they're missing quite a few of them. It looks like Stomp are slowly edging their way in here. Nice defensive Grove Keepers onto the choke point. This could be a bait, though. Both sides not dropping a lot of DPS, it seems. Actually, there goes the front line of Stomp, but there goes the front line of Surf as well. Are Stomp going to be able to break through? They are getting melted on the choke, but it looks like their melees and tanks have broken through the front lines of the choke point, and now we see the flood. Look at those name tags streaming in here. Nothing to stop them apart from a wild Soulside from Dominant. Any DPS on that choke point, and the AoE escalation is going to be through the roof on those choke points. And I mean, look at these. I don't even know what's going on. Health bars are dropping. Health bars are dropping.
Robin, I just got to make a quick report over here in Frost Peak Ascent. We have done against, I believe it was Ollie and what is that, EOS? We're over here, and yeah, I'm watching one done just kind of cleaning up the end of a fight, and I just don't see a lot of the other team left. Oh, and it's Arsuf. RSUF was here too. So maybe it was just Ollie was the only one here, because I did port in on him, and I saw him with a small group of his boys, and they did escape out, and it does look like one done is going the other direction against Arsuf.
Well, it looks like Ollie's still dismounted, and one done's still dismounted to his southeast side. A little bit of action still ongoing here. Got a couple IEMO alliance as well here. I saw a couple members. Echo of Silence into a new alliance, by the way, the Blame Alliance. No more tacos, and they have switched locks as well to Fort Sterling. It's like Ollie's in a little spot of trouble here as one done catch him on the choke point as they're fleeing to the north side of the map. Through the choke point. No return, no Grove Keepers, no Soul Scythes coming out. Where's the defensives? I mean, no more.
One of those situations. That's the only.
Yikes! Well, that's an easy cleanup right there. As Blame are pushed back and sent home. One done going to be able to secure the... Is this territory under attack, or are they launching on it for tomorrow? Oh, battle's still ongoing. It's owned by Rang. Risen Sun is launched on it, but nobody's here from both sides.
This is wild. Yeah, I'm just watching over here in Frost Peak the end of one done versus Russif on top of the territory. And yeah, Robin, what is going on here?
We were closing that out, so.
Well, we have content on Yilk right now. Pop it back on.
Oh, I'm coming. Oh dear.
I'm hoping that Surf does turn on this. Surf does seem to have pulled back at the moment. I'm currently on Yilk as he's preparing to move to the southeast here, and we did see quite a contingent of Tidal over here. I do believe they are turning and getting ready to engage, and yes, here they are. Diddy dancing, positioning. We're waiting here. Little bit of content over the northeast, but that's just more reinforcements getting ready for Surf.
Well, they were just waiting for me to log back in, weren't they?
Yeah, they're giving you time. They're giving you time, Robin. They're well aware of what's going on. They're very in tune with AlbionTV. Oh, incredible clump and dump over here by the guys inside of Send. They really do want to get some revenge for earlier today when they got sent home, and they're doing a good job at it, knocking a few of those guys from Surf back to town. Another engagement to the south.
I mean, this choke point is a death choke point. There's no other way through this area of the map unless they go all the way northwest and around. So someone's got to faux send it through this choke point, and whoever does, Godspeed, God willing, because you're gonna lose quite a few. I got a feeling. Yoke slowly edging up here. Slowly.
Well, yeah, I think he's
A lot
playing
of
it wise. He's just having a lot of nice bombs over the wall, catching a lot of these guys from Surf a little bit off guard, not over pursuing or pushing in. Look at the ring of corpses over here in the choke. It's not members of Send. They're getting good value, Robin, with their attacks.
What you did there. Cheeky. Well, look at this. Look at the patience here of value. They're backing up, back and forth, not overextending themselves. Rang, for the most part, will be looking for the first engagement. Nice little club, nice little soul scythe. Not enough DPS, unfortunately, for the boys to secure any kills. Return, though, comes in.
Good Beetle play. A lot of good kills there. 3 members of Send going down at least in the front line. Nice engagement by the Beetle there. It really did mess up the timing here of the guys in value and was able to secure what looks like actually 5 kills, I think.
Yeah, they lost quite a few on that return engagement. Nicely done there by Surf. Surf actually have a couple forward tanks here. Send going in once again. Value going to be connecting the Camlands, but defensive Eagle comes down. Look at this. Straight through the path of value, so that Eagle player knows exactly where these DPS players are going to be lining up and coming in for their engagements. And for players at home that don't know, that electric circle field that heads slowly across the ground that comes from the Eagle actually cancels all spells cast. So if you're looking to shut down an engagement by like a bomb squad group, that's the way to go. Send that Eagle directly in its path. Going to shut down everybody that walks across it for a solid period of time as well. Defensive inertia rings. Look at these guys just stacking them on the choke point as well. Those little circles that come down, they're going to slow enemy movement that touches them, I believe, by, I think it's 70%. It's very impactful for locking down a small choke point like this, and I'm pretty sure the radius actually covers the whole choke point nearly. So pretty crazy on that front. Rang and the boys of value just chilling at the moment. They're trying to figure out how to do this. Carpet comes down, Enigmatic Staff for the front line, trying to bait out some defensives here, maybe. Grail Seeker slamming down. There comes the Eagle once again over the hilltop. Look at that static cloud just coming in. Juggernaut going to be soaking up that group of Rang to the western side. Are now Send going to go for a full push here through the choke point. Rang stacking up here. No counter CC locking these boys in place. As I say that, the Grail Seeker slams down. Where's the DPS from Surf? It's not going to connect.
Not there.
A couple of their frontline tanks, though, are going to go down for Rang on that push. Grail Seekers once again slamming down onto the front line. Shutting down any push at the moment from Rang. Big Damnation Pierce onto the front line here. Soul Scythe's connecting as well. Purges from the Locusts coming out as well onto the front lines of Rang. Not going to be able to do that tomorrow, though, as the Locust change does come into effect.
Big change. Huge change on the Locust right there.
Yep, and you see players already using the one-handed arcane to purge groups, so I'm wondering if that gets picked up more, or the new curse blades from the new curse staff, or I shouldn't say new curse staff, the new spell rework coming in is going to get picked up over the one-handed arcane. I'm going to see how that plays out from tomorrow onwards. A lot of big changes coming in tomorrow, so it's going to be interesting. Gala change and Weeping Repeater change also coming in tomorrow as well. They're getting rebuffed to the old values that they once were. A lot of excitement on that front, but look at this clump. Value
That's
getting
rough.
pummeled there. Going to lose 1 or 2 members. Nicely done by Surf, but the
Look at the
return comes in.
return. Effective.
Oh my god, it's a bloodbath here in Everwinter Gap. Both sides just slamming into each other for the time being. Well, one zone to the southwest is Morgana's Rest. Maybe both sides are going to be returning from there, and if they do, this battle could go on for quite some time, as, I mean, whoever breaks his choke point first wins, and they're going to have to keep the pressure up. Oh my god, who was that coming in mounted with that Camlan? You're fired. I know Send Alliance watched the war report as well. You're getting highlighted as well. That's the second time we've seen it today, with those Camlans getting dragged into the back end of Zergs. See that big little red circle around you. You run towards the enemy, not towards your own Zerg, as that sets up engagements for the CC to follow up, and the DPS comes raining in afterwards. But both sides, once again, just chilling here, back and forth, back and forth. A couple members going down for both sides. The Juggernaut here for Surf as well. That's going to be sucking up some clumps soon enough. Rang, Send Value actually looking to join the main forces of Rang. Enigmatic staff for the front line just to the southwest there. Actually, that Grovekeeper nicely timed here. Surf going to be coming around that choke point. Permafrost connecting. Enigmatic staff a little bit too early. Going to lose a couple members of Rang on that push. Now Value trying to engage as well. Rang coming in. Both sides taking casualties. So many spells happening on that one singular choke point. It is insane at the moment. But both sides, like, it's pretty even.
Yeah, I was going to say, it's going back and forth here. Here we're seeing a pretty big push. Surf in compromised position. That clump is brutal. But I don't think they lost many. That was really good defensives. I think it was, it looks like 3 on the side of Rang went down.
Yeah, I mean,
sorry, I think that other person is just hanging out there dead.
Yeah, the counter was what made that push just stop dead in its tracks. It was,
and that's what you have to do. That's what you have to do, Robin. Like we've said time and time again, it's one of the best ways to stop somebody from finishing you off is to put them in danger of dying themselves. Fear of dying will stop. Oh, what happened to Godfather there?
I don't know.
What? He just disappeared.
I mean, it looks like a couple members of Rang may disappear here as the Countline clump into the hand of Justice. The Brimstone connecting as well. Beautiful play.
Beautiful
literally 100 HP.
Beautiful defensives, though. Look how few corpses hit the ground on that. That looked like it was going to be a really dangerous play there for Rang. I'm sorry, Send. My bad.
Yeah, and defensives were great, but they got clumped hard. The hand of Justice came into effect. And by the way, Yilk came into this fight with 3 potions. If you want to quickly inspect him, this is why I always tell tanks to bring 10 potions to a ZVC no matter what.
Is he going to have to start looting for potions?
No potions?
He has no potions. He has no food. Robin!
Boy. Yilk, though, looking for a return engagement count. Oh, nice little Countline connection. Permafrost as well. Is it going to be a full push? 1 or 2 members do go down onto Surf's front line. The counter comes in. Yilk forced into a Cleric Cow.
Nice play, though.
No one's
completely
really dying
safe.
here. Actually, as I say that
over on the west,
corner,
Robin.
Oh, boy.
1, 2. Yeah, I only see 2.
It's not as many as I was expecting. It's
no. Okay, 3. I see Journey just died, too, so that's 3. But look what's happening to the center of Tidal, in the center of their clump here. They're going to lose some on this one, I believe. Or not. Or not. Another really good defensive play. We've always talked about how the really good groups are the ones that can master the defensive plays and not get deleted in one engagement. This is really very well done defensively by both teams here. Multiple wave engagements, multiple defensives. Great engage there. Are they going to follow it up? Nope. That was a poor engagement, but a great clump. There's a nice clump. Where's the follow-up on that one? A little delayed as well. Like, what was that? 3 locusts down on top of it?
Yeah, but look at the counter. The Damnation Pierce into the hand of Justice once again. The Energy Shaper beams streaming through that clump of sand. Another nasty deletion with the return. The counter in the southwest side as well. Both sides taking casualties, and it's a very nice play indeed. Both sides using their different cooldowns to their advantage.
I almost feel like they're killing each other so slowly that the reinforcements are getting here in time.
Yeah, I think so as well. And I believe our main POV is on Dominant. Sorry for a little bit of confusion at home there. I was casting from Yilk's POV while Bogul, the cameraman, wanted to show a better view as Dominant's uphill.
It worked out both ways. Don't worry.
Okay.
Don't worry.
All right. So
Dominant's up the hill, right? So you can see top down, you can see both. And if we swap over to a yoke like this, then it's kind of hard to see what Surf's doing. So
yeah. Okay, I feel you. I just hopped on Dominant, and that's a lot of glowing bodies on the ground.
Absolutely.
I can see why you'd like this POV, Bogul.
Bags.
Anyway, Dominant and the boys. It looks like a command mammoth has now appeared for the boys of Send, adding a little bit of oomph to their ZVZ prowess here in Everwinter Gap. Still, the battle continues. Both sides getting reinforcements. Dominant and the boys looking for an engagement once again, picking off these support players one by one. That's a one-handed arcane down here for Rang. That's going to be a nice little pick. But now Sender going to in for the engagement. They're going to find one or two. But those juggernauts for the boys of Surf, stopping that engagement dead in its tracks. Nicely done. Dominant and the boys looking for a return. Camlan's connecting onto retreating forces of Rang. Find those clumps on the northwest side, but defensive locusts are down, soaking up that engagement. Now Rang are looking for a full push here. Are they going to full send it right through the choke point? They're not. They do get stopped in their tracks once again. The inertia rings on that choke point. You can hardly see them because of the amount of glowing loot bags on the ground. You can't even distinguish the two. Oh my god, we're going to have to get flashing or brighter indicators now because this is insane. It looks like Dominant and the boys looking for another engagement to the northwest side here as Send are slowly funneling through that choke point. Dominant just waiting for that chance to get a nice little deletion. Nico Meister also edging up here. Command Mammoth in play. There comes the Camlan onto the front line of Surf. No follow-up there. A little bit of knockback actually from the Command Mammoth. That's definitely not what you want to do with a Command Mammoth, is knock away clumps of your enemy. But Dominant looking for an engagement once again. May find one or two of the front line. No, nothing's going to connect here. Trying to bait Send through that choke point once again. And then they're going to go for their full engagement. Both sides, back and forth, back and forth. Members going down for both sides here. Big body blunt looking for some heals on the front line. He's going to find it. Surf going to lose one or two once again over the top here. Dominant looking for a full push onto that choke point to the southwest side. Soulside comes out. Energy Shaper out as well. Hand of Justice trying to keep those boys locked in place. They're not going to secure any kills though with that push. Now look at the return. Send also not fully comfortable about pushing through the choke point and overextending their DPS. I'm surprised no one's actually wrapped around the enemy yet and sent like a small flank group unblobbed around the back end of the group here. I mean, it's possible if you can time it correctly and de-blob yourself and just surprise attack, bait out an engagement through the choke point, and then get the group to engage on the back end of the enemy Zerg, and then you just full send it through. It could be possible, but both sides just playing this choke point back and forth at the moment. Dominant slowly edging up. There comes a defensive Judicator helmet. There comes some more inertia rings as well. I can finally start seeing them again, as I believe the loot may be despawning just a little bit. Nice little view over the top here. Rang's group with the Command Mammoth. Beetle goes in, trying to find some engagements. Camlan connecting as well. Permafrost into that frontline group of Rang. One or two members go down. Is it going to be an impactful return engagement? I do see health bars dropping as Rang comes steamrolling into the front lines. Dominant and the boys losing a couple members. Trades coming in. Can they find a counter on the clump to the northwest side? They're not going to do it. Dominant backs off just a little bit. Rang looking to slowly edge their way in. I'm seeing those tanks get a little bit agitated on the front lines. Those Grove Keepers slowly edging up here, trying to find those juicy clumps. But they need to be careful. If they overextend themselves, they're going to get single targeted out. Stop combat loading there, sir. Of Rang, I see you. You're getting silenced. Nice little defensive inertia ring coming out, though. Nicely done. And look at this. I was talking about picks coming in. King here getting forced into her Cleric Cowl already. He's getting targeted. He finds the frontline heals, but that's putting the Cloffies into a position where they don't want to be, where they can get just one-shotted by DPS on an engagement. That's definitely not where you want to be as a Cloffie at all.
No, you are absolutely correct there. You got to be very careful with your positioning here because you're going to get blown up. You're going to get killed real quick if you're, honestly, really one step off. You can really completely put yourself out of position by just one or two characters in the wrong spot.
How long are these guys going to keep this up?
I don't know, Robin or Bogul. Who are you? But I just don't know when this is going to end. And we have another show to get ready for, guys. We have the Daily Show, but I don't want to stop showing this.
Yeah, I think we got 12 minutes into our hard end, so still got time. Still got time. I got my money. Actually, no. I'm not going to put my money on anybody. This has been such an even back and forth. And like we said, reinforcements is literally one map away. Both sides are pretty much on equal playing field. No one's at a real disadvantage. I mean, Dominant has a little bit better vision.
Yeah, he has a little bit better vision, but it's not perfect vision. It's not like a straight up vision, you know, and he's got these situations where I believe as we go down to the southeast there, I actually believe that Rang has a better position over, well, I'm sorry, the southwest, around their corner there. Oh, is this a push?
It is.
Did he just read it perfectly, seeing that these guys were moving back, and he was like, if they're going to move back, now's the time to attack. Great engagement. How much are they going to get on the follow-up, or was this a bait?
I think it was a bait and switch. I mean, I think Surf called for a full
I think
push
you're right,
here.
dude. This might have been a bait, and Rang just snaked. Oh.
Both sides taking casualties. The push continues here. Surf not retreating back. Big permafrost into the Bridal Fury, into the Wailing Bow. Oh my god, that whole entire clump just got sent home. The counter comes in, the Brimstone connecting onto Dominant's group. Oh my god!
What's your lead the choke, boys? Oh no!
But it's not stopping the tidal
I think Rang
wave.
is still like in retreat mode, even though they had a nice fallback counter. I think they were saying this is done, and they are eating the worst of this, Robin. You're right, they are getting swept over by the wave.
Indeed, there's a little bit of a pushback here. The counter comes in onto the choke point. Surf just lost a massive clump of their Zerg. Dominant's all the way out in front. He turns around and he just notices that half his Zerg are dead.
No.
A flank coming around on the northeast side, hitting the back end of Surf as well, forcing a retreat, stopping the push here. The pressure's not applied anymore. Both sides going to be able to stabilize, I'm pretty sure. Rang should look for a return engagement soon via next choke point. Defensive Icicle stopping the push here. Rang, though, I believe they're low on healers as the melee DPS are just causing chaos in the back end. I don't know where Value's at. I believe
they're up top. They're fighting against Tidal right now, and Yilk and the boys just caught these guys in a choke, and it looked like they were completely outnumbered, but they masterfully used the choke to get a clump of 6 guys and delete them. Now they're running for their lives, but man for man, they are getting straight value.
And on this side as well, Rang find a choke point. Dominant's trying to push it at the moment. Some big clumps coming here. The Juggernaut lining up these engagements perfectly. The counter comes in, though. Both sides dropping like flies. Dominant's going to carry on the push here. Rang actually at the advantage here for the time being. That Eagle, though, is about to get dismounted. And once that goes down, not really much they can do to get it remounted. Some big damage. Oh my god!
Top of is he going to even survive this? Well done by Rang. I really thought they were in trouble here when they started taking that long retreat, getting snaked down the corridor and getting caught from behind. But they have really time and time again turned this around with fantastic counter plays and caught these guys in great clumps. And they're eating some title right now.
Indeed, and the push continues as it looks like the boys of Surf are wrapping around on the northwest side. You see them mounted, going around the top of the cliff here, trying to get behind the boys of Rang, as it looks like it's going to be a full retreat here. Maybe 1 or 2 more
Rang
turns.
is in trouble. They're down to 28 versus 39 in the disarray situation right now. It is not in favor of Rang. Tidal has the clear advantage, almost double the numbers right now. This is definitely a Tidal wave situation.
Yep, and there it comes. There comes the guys that were flanking right there, hitting the back end. It's going to be all she wrote here as Rang just get collapsed in on. I'm wondering why the call was made to pull out the choke point there. Maybe, just maybe, overcharge was a factor. I'm not 100% sure.
No, you're right. That's about the time. I would not be surprised if you completely got that right.
Yeah, and here it is. Just clean up crew as the boys in Surf are victorious versus Send Alliance here. What an epic ZVZ. What an epic war report. And, I mean, we got some epic content coming up in the Daily Show coming up in, what, 5 minutes, 6 minutes time? Stick around for that. The gold codes will be out for grabs, along with some sneak peeks of the new biomes as well, and everything else in between.
Well, we gotta tweak that, Robin. I noticed that what we said may have given the viewers a little bit of false hope. It's not new biomes. They're the same biomes we've always had. It's new art for our biomes. It's an art update on the
Technically a
biomes.
little bit more because the whole
Well,
biomes have been reworked.
Okay, well, the map has been reworked as well. The layouts have been reworked, but that's not what we're really showing today.
Yeah, it's
We're
art.
showing the new art update to Albion, and we're going to show a couple of the biomes that you are used to with new art. I do feel like we may have hyped up a couple of people a little bit too much there when they heard that earlier. I was reading chat, and they're like, "New biomes, yeah!" And I'm like, "Wait, hold on, guys. That's not exactly what we're trying to say here." But it is cool. The art looks a lot better. The graphical update to Albion is impressive, and I'm excited.
Indeed, and I can't wait for the dev talk to drop as well. And obviously the new patch tomorrow as well, going to be shaking up a lot of the meta here in ZVZs as well. It's going to be an interesting week, that's for sure. All right, let's wrap up the show. We've already done the spiel, but once again, you can check out our YouTube channel, youtube.com/AlbionTV, for all the previous content aired here on Albion TV. Stick around for the daily show coming up in 5 minutes time, but until then, have a glorious evening, everybody. Adios.